I was talking with my mom the other day, and we came to the conclusion that everybody is mentally ill. Now, before you get your feelings hurt and try to defend yourself, just listen. If you look at things like autism, ADHD, and bipolar disorder, people can claim there is something wrong with them. But why does something have to be wrong with them? Like me, I have ADHD, and you wouldn't know unless I told you. Studies are done and to see what's different about this one individual from the majority, and they slap a name on it and call it a disease. I remember when I was in the 4th grade, there would be this kid who was in those classes with less people than I can count on one hand, and he would always come to our classroom when it was the math period. We would fill out a 100-question multiplication worksheet, and I swear, he would whoop us every time. He'd be done and bored, so he would just start to play in the trash can. Don't judge. I mean, he made us all feel like we were the sped kids. Looking back on it, good for that kid. I hope he was cool and sat in the back of the short bus. He deserved it. Most kids nowadays go through so much shit like anxiety and depression, but when it's brought to the attention of their parents, all they hear is, their kid is lazy. Parents really believe since they struggle in the adult world, that means their child can't struggle in the kid world. We all deal with something, but only some are taken serious. Sometimes the problems is never fixed and it's just ignored, which leads to it getting worse. I didn't find out I had ADHD until I was 20 years old. It would have helped to know as a kid, because I couldn't focus for shit, and it wasn't even my fault. The signs were there my whole life, but since it seemed like I functioned well enough, I never got tested. Time went by and I kept hearing about ADHD from shows I liked and artists I listened to or online creators I'd watch. They all had it. It was like I gravitated towards my people without even trying. So I took it upon myself to get tested to know for sure, and sure enough, I met the criteria. I was given drugs to make me normal and it was working. I mean, I could actually sit still without fidgeting and focus at work without any distractions. My brain didn't let me think about anything else or let me complain about how much I hated working. But with all the side effects and withdrawals I felt after a few weeks and months, I said fuck this. Being normal, whatever that means, isn't worth it. I was taking pills to fix something I now believe doesn't need to be fixed. It made me a robot. It made me settle for what was presented in front of me. As a kid, I never could watch a movie all the way through or read a book without forgetting what the hell I just read when I made it to the end of the page. But today, I do it like it's nothing. It wasn't because I couldn't do it back then, it's because I didn't want to. That's the way my brain works. If I don't want to do something, I'm gonna suck ass at it. Either way you look at it, we all have an illness, or at least no one does. It's like if we're all rich, no one's rich. Because who's to decide what normal is? Why isn't having OCD the norm? And everybody else is ill and needs to be on drugs to be more like the others. Sadly, it's just the system we live in. The way certain people were born just doesn't align with what life asks of them. We all go through shit, and some people seek help to fix certain things about themselves, to conform to the lifestyle they're forced to live in, if they want to survive in this world. And good for them. You shouldn't feel like you can't get help. You also shouldn't feel like you need something to operate, though. It all just depends on the life you want to live. I don't want to get up and go to work every day. It sucks. It makes me hate life a little bit. But too bad, you gotta suck it up or you'll be homeless. I have to find the balance. I have to suffer temporarily to live how I want in the future. Some people love work or just aren't bothered by it, so they don't have to suck anything up. Pause. And they just do what they gotta do with ease. Everybody is different. Everybody is wired in a different way. Yes, it makes you weird, but you should love that. If you're not weird, that means you're trying your hardest to be something you're not, to be accepted by whatever and whoever. You'll face challenges no one else has to face, and it's not fair, but in reality, nothing is. Mental health problems are real, but nobody acts like they are. Nobody kills themselves because they love life and they love themselves. Nobody cuts themselves because they love life and love themselves. Nobody cries alone at night on the regular because they love life and love themselves. There's obviously something there. What you do is own it, and you try to help yourself if possible. We have the internet, where you can Google literally anything you're going through, and somebody out there is going through the same shit. Do your research, read books, and watch videos. You can seek out help from those close to you even, because they know you best. They may even be able to tell you things you didn't even see in yourself. Finding the answers is hard, not impossible. If you figure out something that works for you, maybe you can pass that information on to the next person. We're all fucked up, so don't feel sorry for yourself or think you're alone. Some people just do an amazing job at hiding it, but in the process, they trick themselves to believe everything is a-okay. You control your brain, so don't listen to the voices in your head tell you what you are and what you can't do. Kick the mental illness in the ass and become your version of normal, not anybody else's.